Hello folks, Gator here. Gator just bringing you out to the rock fields. It's a great day out here. Thank y'all for joining me. Have a great Memorial Day. And let's start our video. Gonna have a real good time. Sorry about the wind. But we're gonna go on the other side of the hill where it ain't blowing. On the other side it's not as elaborate as these rocks, or as plenty, but that's okay. The wind ain't picking up too bad. We can hang out over here for a minute. Check these out. Ain't these just amazing, the textures on them? Yeah, bullet hole. Now, look, there's some quartz in the center of that one. Wonderful, huh? Look, just like a little footprint. Yep. So these are from, this is in the Four Corners area of New Mexico, USA, for those who don't know. And that's northwest New Mexico against the Arizona, Colorado, and Utah border where they square off. Yeah, check out this beautiful piece of little quartz. Rose quartz. And then we do have some types of petrified wood, agates, and jaspers. And we do also have granite. Yeah, pretty interesting. Here's some transparencies in some of these agates and quartz. But look at all this. This is part of the whole big picture here. I personally haven't been in this little spot. I'm talking like the square 100 yards or so, maybe a little more. I haven't been here, but I've been in areas just right over the hills from here, right down the bottom. But yeah, so just doing little, I rode my bike out here, doing a little exercising. I didn't much exercise with the e-bike until you get up in these hills up here. Then yeah, you got pedal assisted power, but you have to put out a little bit, so that's why I call it exercise. And this ain't natural here. This is from the beer drinkers that ain't got no respect for nature. Bunch of glass out here. Some places you'll find trash, but despite that, look at that one. That's pretty cool. They're all pretty cool in my book. But I can sit here and say every one of them is and go through it, but we're just making a brief whiz by and looking for the stones that got the magic in them, like this one sitting on that one. That's pretty cool. We've got rainbow colors, all shades of different colors out here, as you can tell. We've got specialty rocks that do form with fossils, like this right here. Well, microscopically, but my trained eye, I could tell that there's imprints in them holes there. But there's even bigger ones. And then, see, as I can talk about that, all these all day. These conglomerates sometimes have some good sized fossil specimens in them. Right there, they got the multi-quartz and other type rocks in it. Yeah. Yeah. Here's a very small piece of petrified right here. That's what I like doing artwork with, is these smaller pieces. Sometimes I'll fit in bigger chunks of petrified into my art, but in general, it's bigger chunks are a lot heavier, of course, and harder to do something with if you have a lot of them. So it's a lot easier to work with, for me, smaller pieces and my style the way that I do. Yeah. Wow. Too cool. Okay, let's cross the road. And I already spotted out some fallen petrified. Here's a little panorama of the sky view where I'm at. Wow, look at that big giant thing in there. Whew. Yep. Straight above, almost. Looks like they're hiding a halo too, somehow. Trying to. Okay. Sky check courtesy of Gator. Go Gator, go Gator. Oh yeah, petrified, the little tree I found, huh? Yeah, so for some reason, this side of the hill ain't as littered. This is the west side of that hill. It's not as littered with rocks as the other side. Wow, check out this thing. Oh, here's a petrified tree, not this one. But that's pretty cool, huh? That's a cedar. Or a juniper. That's a juniper tree, I think. No, it could be a cedar that fell by a juniper. But here's a little small area of fallen petrified wood. It's kind of been untouched by man, as far as I could tell, maybe a little bit, but if it was, they weren't rock hounds, they would have picked it to death. Not all of it, but this one I'll probably leave the pieces there. I only see like 2 pieces that really grab me, or 3. But I know where it's at, and if I need it, get an idea, I'll come back later for it. But yeah. So the rocks are are sparse on this side, but nonetheless still exciting. Sometimes in these tree spots here, you can find the native or ancient little sites where they had camped. Maybe they had sat there and chipped or ate or slept. And evidence of that is sometimes, like, you can find their chippings around, of course. But sometimes with these washes that come by the sides of them, they'll do the digging and moving the dirt off the surface consistently, so that on the slopes it will show you if there is how much possible napping they did or work with rocks, because their trash will just like flow down. And on some spots, the water washes it down the washer when it does come through. These are cool too, how the moss just beautifies and decorates rocks. Sometimes that pattern there is just awesome, man. That's real moss growing on them. And that one too. And then here's a good mossy. Yep. Oh, check this out. I just stepped on this. This is cool. Some kind of transparent agatized shirt in there. I'll clean it off and take pictures at the house with it, or something like that for you guys. That'd be a good one. That's a good one, I think. Has moss growing on it. Moss is attracted to that type of rock, as so is quartz. Moss highly attracted to. Every piece out here you pick up, almost 100% guaranteed that there's going to be this dry rock moss growing on it, or dirt moss. Wow, that's pretty cool. A lot of sparkles in them. Yep. I haven't even begun rock hunting yet, but I'm more about making a good video for you guys thus far. Of course, after video's made, I'll grab a few and probably head home. I made it out here this far about 2-3 miles into the hills with a little less than half my battery left on my vehicle from when I left home, and that was at full charge. So I don't want to leave myself stranded by going any further. Wow. That's pretty. Yeah, this one's pretty too. Check this out. Definitely gonna probably put this one in. Wow. Look at that. That's way cool. Alright. Into the basket. Yeah, I got me a basket today. Wow, then you got all these little broken up miniatures that surround all the washes. So they get trapped in here, and sometimes if everything works out right for a stone, they'll come out half-ass polished on their way down the hill through time. Wow, that's cool too. Let's see here. I'm going to do the zoomer room. Wow, that's a badass rock. Let's see. Yep, I like that one. Yeah, and it just thins out down here towards the end of the bottom of these hills. Oh, that's a cool one right there. Yep, and let me see, pull zoom on the bike. Right through there. Let's see what happened to that big cloud up here. Oh, it's still there, but it's only a cloud if you believe it's a cloud. Alright. Gas giants. The gas giants are rolling in. Hey, look at that portfolio or profile of a face, roughly. Wow. Got a big long nose though, huh? Bet he's lying. I bet he's lying, telling lies. That's what they say, your nose grows if you tell a lie. But if that's the only indicator, I guess we're all busted for nose growing. Alright folks, I'm going to leave this video right here, and we'll talk to you hopefully on another one, or the next one, or pretty soon down the road. Thank you all for being here, and I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you around Facebookville here and there. Have a great rest of your day, and may the real true one bless you. Bless you, whatever you believe in, bliss and blessing.